Imagine a very fertile farmland, but instead of crops, it is filled with lots of money known as airdrops, and others that are not money but are known as rug pulls. Now this farmland is controlled and ruled by apes, buyers of new coins, or dagons, crypto traders who make a very large amount of money from nothing. This is the simplest and easiest definition of yield farming. But what is it, and how can you benefit from it as well? According to Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world and also a billionaire investor, it is unwise to invest in a business you know nothing of. Why not grab a seat while we tell you all you need to know about yield investing? To invest in yield farming, you need to know what it is, how it works, and from which angle you can enter the business from. A closer look at yield farming in crypto, and you'll see that it is just another kind of business for crypto enthusiasts to make lots of money from. But like most businesses, it involves risk. And unlike most businesses, the risks are so great because the gains are also so high. If you can look beyond the yield farming misspelled slang, the number of new protocols hitting the crypto market, then you will see how much yield farming helps entrepreneurs to create and launch new platforms. Welcome to our channel, where you learn all about the crypto universe in a very easy and understandable way. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, kindly do so now to continue seeing videos that would help you understand the crypto world better. While yield farming is not a very new concept in the crypto world, it is very new to some crypto enthusiasts. But let's critically look at yield farming in an analytical way. What exactly are the core value yield farmers contribute to the crypto world for them to be paid for it? Then who is responsible for paying them? To answer these two questions, we should compare yield farming to our conventional business. Let's say a restaurant or a cafe that offers several kinds of services underneath one service. It's true you only pay for your food or coffee, but indirectly you are paying for other services too, like the fee for sourcing ingredients, fees for making the food or drink, fees for wiping their tables after you leave, and even an entry fee for hosting you for the time you were there. That's simply yield farming. But these farmers don't offer these kinds of services. They do not make dinner or source ingredients. But in the crypto universe, they serve as liquidity providers for those holding the token. They serve as lenders for crypto traders. They verify and validate transactions as a means of supporting the operations of the crypto network. They manage and govern the protocols they serve, and finally improve the marketing efforts of their protocols. These are the basic services of yield farming. Let's now explore what yield farming is, the new opportunities it creates for crypto enthusiasts and investors, and why it leaves so many crypto beginners in awe. What is yield farming? To understand this, you need to dive a little deeper into why yield farming. How did it come to be? It all started in 2020 when comp tokens were distributed by Compound Finance, an Ethereum-based credit market. The comp token wasn't a regular token. It was a governance token in that anyone holding it had a certain amount of voting power over what changes were necessary on the network and which changes were not needed on the platform. Because of the automated market makers and the distribution of the platform, the demand for the token soared, which kicked off the yield farming craze, making Compound Finance one of the popular and leading crypto platforms concerned with decentralized finance back then. The whole incident gave rise to yield farming, which is best known as a shorthand form for strategies that are very clever, where a crypto owner leaves his or her crypto at the disposal of a startup application for the sole purpose of earning more crypto, more than they gave out temporarily. To understand how yield farming works, you need to know the different examples of yield farming. Even though the two variants of yield farming are evident in liquidity pool farming and stake farming, yield farmers produce several other kinds of services. Liquidity pool farming is the most common type of field farming. To understand how this works, you need to have a clue in what liquidity pools are. If you don't, you can watch out for our video that takes you through what a liquidity pool in crypto is. You can go ahead and hit the subscribe buttons and the bell icon to be notified when the video drops. If you plan on trying out this example of yield farming, you'll need to deposit some of your crypto assets in a smart contract that has been specifically designed to offer a liquidity pool. That's to say, not all smart contracts offer liquidity pool functionality. Now, how the pool functions is comparable to how a decentralized trading pair would work, with 2 crypto or more involved. In liquidity pool farms, trading is very possible, and it has to be with the crypto assets that the liquidity providers offer. In reward for depositing your crypto assets in the liquidity pool, you will be rewarded liquidity providers tokens by the decentralized finance apps. So after depositing, you are rewarded. And after being rewarded, you can use your yield farming token, that's the liquidity token you were given, and retrieve all your deposits in the pool anytime you want, including the extra interest you gained from transaction and trading fees. The tokens given to you as a liquidity provider are very important. Why? Decentralized finance that operates liquidity pool farms have established staking interfaces where you can deposit the liquidity tokens you got. When you do this, your liquidity is locked in, and for this you are given a governance token. The longer the tokens stay locked in, the more governance tokens you have. So it works like this. You have crypto assets. You put it in a liquidity pool. You earn liquidity provider tokens. Great job! The next step. You have liquidity provider tokens. You stake or lock your liquidity in, and you earn governance tokens. As simple as ABC. The next example of yield farming is stake farming, which is almost similar to liquidity pool farming but different from each other. Stake farming has gained the attention of crypto investors in recent years. Let's take you through on how to benefit from this example of yield farming, just in case you feel liquidity pool farming is not for you. In stake farming, you deposit your crypto assets in a smart contract, but this time, not one that is designed for liquidity pools. This smart contract is made for staking pools. But instead of the pairs of crypto assets you get in liquidity pool farming, you get only one kind of crypto asset. Stake farming is not like liquidity farming, which gives you the flexibility of trading your crypto assets. It rather gives you a way to secure your crypto assets and earn rewards for keeping it safe, just like the banks. But the difference is, while you may leave $100 in your account in the bank, you might end up having about $101.50 at the end of the year. But with stake farming, you can multiply your initial deposits the longer you leave your assets staked in the pool. So, while you get to stake just one kind of crypto asset, you also get the chance of staking your liquidity provider tokens if you have any. The next example of yield farming is lending, which exploded the crypto industry in mid-2020, and it changed how crypto lending works. Before then, only centralized crypto institutions could lend crypto. But all that changed when a new form of decentralized protocol hit the crypto world, turning individual crypto owners and traders into crypto lenders. So how does it work? How does yield farming come into play here? So Mr. A needs crypto for a particular purpose, whatever his purpose might be. But he does not want to go to big centralized crypto institutions whose rates might be alarming. So he borrows from a liquidity pool with credible collateral and a manageable interest rate. Then there's Mr. B, who has enough crypto assets staked in a pool. Mr. B is a yield farmer and has staked his assets in a liquidity pool Mr. A is borrowing from. As long as Mr. A keeps borrowing from the liquidity pool and paying interest, Mr. B, the yield farmer, keeps getting paid for staking his assets. Initially, lending was between validators and crypto lenders. Now anyone can borrow crypto and anyone can lend it. Like we asked earlier, who pays the yield farmers? Now you know the answer. When borrowers continually pay interest back to the crypto platform, the protocol takes their shares and the yield farmers are paid theirs. Yield farming, like every other crypto investment, has its share of risk. But then there are exciting benefits for you as well. For a lower chance of risk, lending and staking are best. But the profits you'll make can't be compared to the huge returns from liquidity pool farming. Alas, the higher the reward, the higher the risk. To understand the level of risk involved in liquidity pool farming, you need to know what impermanent loss is. Fortunately for you, we have a video you need to watch out for that covers what impermanent loss is, how it happens, and what it means for you. Till the next video, goodbye.